Hello, hello. So here I am back again, a little live stream. And we're back with the Typhoon. So I've done a little bit of work since it was seen last. I have in fact sprayed it over with not the paint provided in the kit, but the tin 165 enamel that I just happen to have. I've masked it obviously with the nose cone and parts of the tail and the engine. I'm probably going to take that masking off at some point. Now I've got a little bit of a potential issue with some of these gaps. Now I've given them, in order to fill them, a little bit of, I could fill them with sort of traditional model filler, but that would mean rubbing down and would make a bit of a mess of the work I've already done. So this could do a little bit more, I suspect. In fact, what I shall do is we'll pop this open. And give it a stir. What's going on? Why isn't this focusing? Every time I try and do a stream, okay, that's better. We are focused. Now I need to switch this off. Because this is going to try and use the camera at the same time. Off. Thank you. Right. Oh, 2, 6. Okay. 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 Right, that's all. So the sound is happening. I'll just pop my phone on there. So where were we? I was mucking around with this gappy panel line. La 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 la. Let's find a suitable brush. That might do as a. So what I'm going to do is I've put some of this PVA on. I'm now going to paint over. To save me having to break out the airbrush. Let's see how that will look when it dries a little bit. Nearly knocked my coffee over. Okay, that's working. We're kind of losing that gappy panel line. In fact, we have lost it. Nice. Put that to one side. Find me a bottle top. That's better. So, cool. So I've not made any videos recently. I am making videos, but they're all sort of halfway through. And what I shall do is once I've cleaned this, I shall show you the projects I'm currently working on. So this can go back on its stand. While it dries. So video number 1 I'm working on is to finish this. Which is the old tool Airfix Halifax. The story behind this one is that in 1990. Hello, Happy Sun Dodger. I've just seen your message come in. I have just been working on this. When was it? Hello, MP. Oh yes, Halifax, and there's an interesting story. Way back in 1991, I broke my ankle, and I was stuck at home. And once I could kind of get around on crutches, I got my dad to take me to the local hobby shop where I bought this kit. built it wheels up and hung it on my bedroom ceiling. To wondered what my bedroom ceiling looked like in the 90s. I've actually checked this out. Now, unfortunately, either the Halifax hadn't been built then, or I've just missed it in the picture. Another fun fact is that's a B29, Airfix B29. I knocked that off the ceiling when I was putting the jumper on and kind of windmilled my arm over my head, and I actually punched that because I couldn't see it. It sent, they're only, I don't know if you can see these lines, that they're only like cotton. It snapped the one at the front, but it was hanging, pointing straight down. And I was thinking, that was close. And as I watched it, the rear line snapped and it nosedived into. Didn't do a lot of damage, I've got to admit, which you should think. And all those model kits that you've seen on that photo, I've got them with me. They were packed up, moved house, and they're all up in the loft somewhere. And this is one. You know, a lot of them, I'm kind of got an idea I could restore them. There's kind of, at this point, they are free models. So back to the Halifax. So what I did with this was I dunked it in, what was it, oven cleaner, and it stripped all the paint off, as you can see. Did not damage any of the clear parts, which was nice. The thing I had then was, okay, I'm going to I need a set of decals. Now Airfix re-released this kit, which was very nice. Had two different options, unlike the original. Yeah, oh yeah. Halifax is yeah, it's sort of the hurricane. Oh, that I think that myself. So I bought a good few years back. I bought a complete other Halifax kit. You'll see it was bought from a shop called GD Models, which unfortunately went out of well, they didn't go out of business. The owner retired. He couldn't get anyone to take it on, and it closed. And in fact, the building where it was demolished, and now there's sort of an anonymous block of flats in its place, which is nice. But this one, obviously, two sets of transfers, decals. My Halifax you've just seen is going to be built as this one, the leather one, EYG. When we build this, I'm going to build it as Z5L. Now, here's where this gets, where the fun begins, because I was able to get myself a White Ensign Models Halifax photo etch kit. Take a look at this. Not even open yet. Halifax interior. So when I build this Halifax, essentially it's going to have all the insides stripped out kit wise, kit parts, and mostly replaced with all of this. But that is a job. That is a job I'm going to start when I'm feeling up to it, because that is a lot of photo etch and a lot of patience. and it's going to be a long-term project, no doubt. But put those back. As you can see, what we've got in here. Yeah, there's his. Oh, more. Yeah, more photo etch. Yeah, that's interior. This is, what is this? I think this is an exterior, possibly. So there's a whole lot of photo etch ready for this kit. When I eventually, it's almost frightening to look at. Now, on the sub, I've white ensign photo etch. I have been working finally again. This HMS HUD, the Vintage Classics version, the old Airfix kit, and also I got some white ensign photo etch for this, which I'm in the process of putting together. Now, the problem I have with building the ship and photo etch is that stuff is just, it just tells you basically what the stuff actually is. The instructions are fairly comprehensive, but up to a point you have to know your way around the ship. I'm not going to lie, it's not really like you fit part 22 off a photo etch to part 56 on here. A lot of the time on this, it's why it would have made a very boring video, because it would have just been me like this. And also the kit instructions, they're linear. You start from a starting point and you go through and you end up with your finished ship. These aren't really linear. They do, it's not that's kind of that part that would be in the middle of the build, so would that. So you have to work out a lot of stuff. I mean, I'm currently working on these cradles for these boats, and it's took me a while to work out which cradles go to which boats. And there's a lot of stop-start with this. I've got the boats all painted up and ready just to be cradled up and put on. But it's getting there. It's slow and steady, and it's getting there. So that's nice. Two kits at the same time. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I kind of struggle to do that, because what will happen with me? I have tried that, even two different kits at the same time. Tends to happen is one kit kind of starts to pull away front, and all of a sudden I will just sort of carry on with that. That's some the Alouette too. I like that helicopter. It's a little favourite of mine. I wouldn't mind a little I think how to do a 172 kit of the Alouettes. I've got kit, which I do believe, if memory serves, has got some photo etch with it, which is the gazelles. I used to see them quite often when they were in service flying around. So oh, that's dried, hasn't it? So yes, I can see the box art in my head. Submarines. I might find the gazelle, build that, and then I'll have to get an Alouette sort of sit next to it. Submarines, you say? What about very small submarines? I bought this because I thought it would be a bit of a fun build, an easy fun build. I keep sort of thinking, yeah, I'll start that, and then I kind of don't. And with it being 350, it might be a bit of a trainer for the 350 Tirpitz I've got there, which has all the wooden decks and photo etch. Because that's why I was building the hood with photo etchers, trying to get a feel for building a ship with photo etch and what have you, before I ever start on the Tamiya 1350 Tirpitz I've got over there. And like I say, that has wooden decks. Would I buy crew figures? Maybe. Because I think if I'm going to, I mean, with the 350 Tirpitz, I've already invested a lot of aftermarket, so a little bit more, what arm would it do? As far as U-boats are concerned, I've only built the Revel did C U-boat 9 and U99, one with an interior, one without. Although you say that, I mean, check this out. This is an Academy kit, and it used to sit in the bathroom. It's absolutely ditched. And the fun part about this is it is actually motorized, but it's a bit beat up at this time. And it would run on the water, but I've never found. I tried to use it in a bath, but it because these planes, the front planes are set. It dives underwater, and when the water hits is totally accurate, pulls that thing up, and it comes back up. Apparently, I had a lot of trouble because that is a battery compartment in the middle that you undo and take out. It's still got batteries in, so I don't know how they are. They may have leaked acid. That's the on-off switch, and it's completely jammed. I can't move that. It did used to have periscopes as well. I think they went up and down, but they've snapped off. It's yeah, yeah. I mean, submarines. They're. I should have painted this one. But making this how I've made it as a sort of not quite a toy, but a working diving one. And then I had to sail it apart from the bath, and that was too small. But you could build this as an accurate model. But yeah, this must be about 20 years old at this point, maybe older. Put that back where it belongs. So I think I've got in the stash a Revel Type 21 U-boat. I think that actual U-boat was used by the French Navy after the war. I do believe. I can't remember whether is a cutaway kit or it's not. 'Cause I've got stuff up in the loft that in order to go and have a look, I have to like climb up into the loft, which I don't do unless I really have to. So half the time I can't remember what's up there and what isn't. I mean, if you watch one, I think I did a tour video where I kind of had a tour of all of this, and behind me there is quite a pile of kits now that looks like a stash. People say to me like, "Oh, you've got a lot of kits there," and I'm like, "That's not all of them." Oh, the Flower Class Corvette. That's the one. There was the Matchbox one in the 70s, I think, which was a huge box, even back in the day. And it was sort of a dream kit. I never built one, but I do remember seeing that about and thinking, I wasn't really into ships as well. It was also getting your hand when you were a kid like me. It would have been for Airfix kit. Oh, it's just black. Yeah, that's the 172 one. That's that's one I was just. I think Revel released it. Revel got a lot of the Matchbox kits. I've got X Matchbox kits in Revel boxes, which was nice because it became on some of those kits after Matchbox business or stopped making one. I'm not sure what happened to Matchbox at the end. Cool. Lots of detail in there. All right, so I just need to. You. Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember negotiating a rise in pocket money from 25 pence to 30 pence because the price of Airfix blister pack kits, which was what I was buying, went up to from 25 to 30 pence. So I had to renegotiate in my weekly pocket money. In fact, I don't know if you can, because those blister packs were what I've basically started building. I forgot. I don't know if you'll be able to catch these. Ooh, I don't know if you can quite make those out, but there's a Tiger Moth, a Fokker triplane, and a Spitfire blister kit there, just on the wall as decoration. Probably never build them. But it's the Royal Cross artwork. The Fokker triplane is probably my favourite of all the Airfix artworks that he's ever done. In fact, while we're on the subject of Royal Cross, I got myself this. How cool is this? Put something behind it. Watching the light terribly. There's a channel called Matt Line 1967. He does a lot of fantasy box arts. And he put up in a post that he was actually making these ones. So I didn't know more. The Royal Cross one was one he'd featured on his channel. I think it was. It might have been just after Roy passed away. But look at this. I mean, you wouldn't know that wasn't a. Then the best part is that's the 124 Spitfire, which I do have with that same box art literally sat behind me, and there's some other stuff, and then we go in and then there's the original Lancaster, and then the box end, and that. Yeah, this is and I just sit this, mix it in with the other kits, which is a nice little, excuse me, a nice little memento to have. I've done a video of it, and there's a link to his channel. If you're interested in that sort of thing, just like Thunderbirds and all that kind of stuff and other stuff. He does like fantasy box art. Oh, we don't need that. What's that? SC50 Camel Albatross. Biplanes. Difficult. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about biplanes being difficult. If you build one of these and rig it, you can pretty much build anything. However, time, because this is quite elderly now, I must admit. And the booms are warping, which is a shame. there's no way to fix it if I'm going to be dead honest, because I've destroyed the kit to fix it, which is a real shame. But to be fair, when it's sort of sideways on, that's hard to spot. But yeah, that's how many. I started rigging this, and I got the bottom wing on, and then I put the on, and then I rigged these parts up and over the struts with the idea that something was slightly out of line, because all the ones on this side, well, not all of them, some of them snapped because they're being pulled tight, and these ones sagged. So I had to cut it all away and start again, which was fun. Yeah, it's. I mean, one trick you can do that I found was it's so simple and it makes life really easy. Is once you get your struts on, just make your bottom wings on, your struts on. Is actually turn the whole thing upside down and then drop the struts, everything onto the top wing, line it up like that, and also I'll put anything. You get something like that when you're doing your struts. That's going to stop the whole thing moving side to side, and then you can adjust. You got a little bit of wiggle. Probably not explaining this without showing you how I did it originally. But on that note, you can go back up there. On that, I did build this earlier this year, and this I have done a few videos. All the rigging and the build of this, I've all committed to video. It's the Airfix. I can't remember. The Roland. With a few tweaks. See the rigging. The guns. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I'll use super glue and accelerator, so you can get something. Once you get something braced and it's exactly where you want it, quick squirt to accelerator, and it's set solid, rather than waiting for your. Well, still waiting a few days for this stuff to set. But this, I mean, there's a fair amount of rigging on this. But that said, it as a build, it's fairly simple at the same time. If I'm going to be honest, there's no interior. Didn't need it. Just put the crew in there to hide it. Yeah, this one was. I might still have the box. I do. I still have the box, believe it or not. Yeah, because I built it quite recently, and it's another one from GD's as well. But that's that was my kit. Obviously, this is an Airfix tooling in a Hello box there, and it obviously looks nothing like the one I painted. It slightly different. Kind of was gonna go with this scheme and put that part around there because I thought it looked kind of cool, but didn't for whatever reason. Oh, just bear with me. It's just getting a bit warm. I'll take my jumper off. Put the mic back. You can go back up there. I mean, another one of these little Airfix World War One aircraft I wanted for a long time was the Hanover, which I got and built, and I got some what do they call it, lozenge decals, so that up, and that turned out really nice. It's in storage somewhere. I'm not 100% sure what I ever did with it. Yeah, I mean, I can't remember why I changed my mind on it, if I'm going to be honest, for some whatever reason. It may be I actually forgot to put that black part on. And once I put the two tail planes on, it would have been really tricky to do. So I thought, yeah, I'll just I'll just leave it. But oh yes. So where are we with? So that feels like it's gone off. I'll be honest. This could do with another coat of this grey. If I'm going to be completely honest. So what else have we got in the sidelines? Well, I think today, when I kind of finish this live stream, I'm going to go back to working on this bad boy. Fix Anchor 24 scale Focke-Wulf 190. This is actually this one. It was in a Hella box, should I say. And again, it's another one I built way back in the 90s. As you can see, it never actually got finished. It got painted so far, never got the decals on. It was completely intact, just didn't have the decals on. Moved house with me, went up in the loft, sat there for a while, and I'm thinking, you know what, this could do with a bit of a repaint it in the same scheme, get the fine. Turns out I had a couple of pieces missing, so I was prowling eBay looking for possibly one spares and repairs, something like that, one that was built kind of in a similar state to this. I could rob parts off. There's a guy selling one in a box as spares and repairs, and I can't remember what I paid for it. It was £35, assuming it was not complete. When I get it, I'm looking through it, and it's all there. There's a full kit there, which is the reason I got it for a nice price. And if I turn you around, you can see the box there. That's without being new, a big news sticker on it. This is an original 1980 first issue. It's a bit worse for wear, and of course I've still got my original instructions from the building of this one. Let me turn you back around. The Hella instructions. And then in that one, I've got a nice set of vintage Airfix instructions, and all the paint call outs are in the Airfix colours. Yes, I know I built the old tool book in here, the Airfix one. Now I built that. I did go through a stage of building sort of modern RAF jets in those, in the grey green colours. I've not got anything finished. Oh, yes, I do. The grey, you're talking about the RAF grey green. I've got this little Harrier, which let me just shift that out of the way. Of course, it's a vintage kit, mounted it on the stand, so it looks like it's taking off. I was really happy with how this turned out. Now, the fun part with this is the bombs and everything on these pylons. I never stuck them on, he says. So I can pop them off and pop them on, because in the kit you had a lot of different stores. You can get this back where it comes from. And the fun part is, because of course it's me, I never threw the box away. But the box, which catches the light, but that's the box. But if I pop this open, still got the original instructions. But as you can see, got all these stores all made, and you can swap the around, which I won't do now because you need to be quite careful with them. What's this? All right then. For some reason, that's the masking for a 124 Stuka. Not the masking, because I used it, because I built one. Just the instructions that are in there for some reason. I don't know. Oh, I know what that's from. This is a notorious late 90s, early 2000s Airfix brown paper decals. Now, these things, they will disintegrate as soon as they touch water. They were absolutely crap. And as you can see, the papers, they're called brown paper because they literally, that hasn't faded or gone dark. That is the colour of the paper. And the decals are absolutely terrible. The fun part is I've got a 124 Harrier, 124 Hurricane that has a set of transfers that are on that brown backing paper, which I was thinking that could give me trouble, but I think I replaced them. That's another thing. Without going to have a look, I just cannot remember. Let's put that up there out of the way. Yeah, I was always happy with how that. And then I took it to a model show. I actually got blown over. Breeze comes through. The NATO ground crew, you say? It just so happens I did exactly the same thing. So I've got sort of crew figures dotted all over. Oh, there you go. So you would have caught steady Teddy. Hey up, kitten. So if I put that there, you would of course recognise this fella. What's the matter? What's the matter? I'm talking to people. Yeah, did exactly the same thing. Bought the modern figures. I think to go with Tornado. I got quite a few. I've got half a guys. I got a RAF figures. I think that's it actually. I'm trying to think, did I ever get any others? But I don't think I did. I think there's the American cruise you can get, but I've never bothered with those. What's up, Tinkles? What you meowing for? Is it dinner time? Meow. Let's just shift some stuff out of the way. What's up? You can't. I'm talking to people. People will think you're not happy. You silly cat. Oh yeah, that's traditional. Oh, nah, trying to spit it out. So I'm trying to. I've got this cat trying to take the limelight. There's quite a lot of famous photos of Harriers sitting in forests and on motorways. What are you doing, you little tinkler? You gonna say hi? Come on, just go on. Go on then. Ugh, as soon as you pick her up, she don't want to know. You certainly did hear a cat. What are you doing? Yeah. Yeah, that one's extremely vocal. She cannot take 2 steps without meowing. The other one is really quiet. You wouldn't know he was there. But yeah, so as regards, I'm still not 100% sure whether I'm gonna have the undercarriage up or down. It's coming on. I'm probably going to give it another going over with the airbrush. I might not do that now because that's going to be quite noisy. But let's put this up out of the way. I'm almost at the point. I'm quite tempted to actually start another kit, and I know I shouldn't because I've got kits I'm still building. I know that. I think what I'll do when I've what's the time now? All right then. So let me check the box. What did I do with the instructions? I've lost them. No, I haven't. Yeah, build-wise, this is pretty much finished. So that's nice. So wiggle room for starting a new kit, haven't I? What time is it? I don't know. I've got too much choice. I'm kind of tempted to go over for a Fokker Wolf, a 72nd one. So I actually got two of those. Or the Spitfire kit I may start digging into. Or I have got a 48 Edward 110 masks and all sorts. It's got all the toys in the box, which is quite a tempting build as I'm looking at it. I very recently took one of my favourite tanks, so maybe I'll start this, I don't know. I really just can't make up my mind, if I'm going to be brutally honest. I've got that little Mary Rose Airfix starter set. I've seen someone build that, or a finished build of that, should I say, on Facebook the other day, and it looked really nice. Then again, now then, you might like this. I have got this kit. Yeah, I was looking at a channel. What was it called? I think the YouTube channel called Armageddon, and they work on tanks, and they got a Churchill in that they bought from America, and they were saying that an infantry tank. It wasn't designed to go fast, but it's still. They potentially thought it may have to cross rough ground, trenches and stuff, just like in World War One. So that's why it's designed in the track-wise a very similar manner to a World War One tank when you look at it. But yeah, and for some reason I've got a couple. I think I've certainly got the little Airfix one. I've another one, Academy, is it? Can't remember. I've also got, the reason I've got the little Airfix Churchill is because I've got the Airfix tank transporter, and the box art of that had a Churchill being loaded onto it. So I was always going to build the transporter and have the Churchill for the back. What's the Airfix challenge? I'm challenged by a few Airfix kits. This is probably one of them. But, yeah, now then, this kit not this kit itself, but this model is the very first model I can ever remember building. Obviously not this one, it's still in the box. And I was thinking a while ago, I've also got this thing. Oh, right, yeah. Do you have to build it in 24 hours or something like that? Is that the... Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's how the typhoon was supposed to go. I mean, I'm going to do an Airfix challenge. It's kind of, I'm going to build this. Yeah. Yeah, I do. Well, to be fair, with the starter kits, I do use the paint, not so much the glue, if I'm honest, because I've already got plenty in. But the paints, yeah, I'll use them if they're all right. Because I've had a few of those starter kits where the paint was just a solid lump in the pot, which is not fun. But I was thinking of maybe building this using this airbrush, which I keep trying to. It's not double action, is it? But this lovely old Badger 200G is the third airbrush I ever bought in my life. You see, I would like to build a kit like that, because I mean, you've seen the stuff I've been bandying about, airbrushes and photo etch and this and that, and it kind of makes it a bit overcomplicated sometimes, if you see what I mean. I mean, this kit, I could have built that in an afternoon, no problem. I could probably build this pretty quick because there's no inside whatsoever, and just brush paint it. And I did. I mean, that's how I used to. Where was that photo gone? All these models you see, brush painted, put together with poly cement and brush painted. No fancy airbrushes or masks or anything. So that's when I picked up the hobby again in, I think, in 1990, and I just started going to my local hobby shops, which was great because there was two main ones where I live, GD's being one, and the Beatties as well. Ironically, Beatties is where I bought the airbrushes from, the original airbrushes. But oh, you got me thinking there on that. I can do that. Just bear with me, I just had some boxes try to throw themselves all over. Okay. Yeah, well, it would definitely be a bit of fun. I would definitely enjoy doing something like that. And I am looking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets, 6 starter sets. Yeah, 7 starter sets, maybe 8. I when Lidl and Aldi have them for sale, I'll I'll pick up anything that takes my fancy that they've got. What stock I got? Oh, let's get that out of the way. Line them up. There's a few. That F4 Messerschmitt 109F, one of my favourite versions of the Messerschmitt 109, and that's not the end of it, because I've got. Yeah, that's an old 1, 2, 3, 4. There's at least another 4 little 5 with his Jeep. Yeah, back to the pile. So I'm all right for starter sets. Just let me check something. Yeah, that's Wolf, but it's not a starter set. And I can't put it back where I got it from. Yes, indeed. The aircraft, I think you'd be getting one of those done. Because I've seen video builds of most of these, and they are quite simplified. So you'd be all right with get them together, yeah, and sort of go right back to the 70s. I used to badger my parents to take me down to a little shop where I used to buy the blister packs from. Pick whatever I'd bought, come home, build it in an afternoon, just in time for Doctor Who. Yeah, that's a proper 70s for me. Let's get these out of the way. Right then. So I'm going to wrap this up, because I don't know if you can hear it, but our next door neighbour's doing a little bit of DIY, and they're drilling or something. So end this here. Probably, it must be time for something to eat as well. So I'm going to say thank you very much for joining me this afternoon. and putting up with my rambling nonsense. And I shall see you all in the next stream I do, or the next video, whichever comes out first. Thank you very much all. Bye bye.